everyone. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Erin, and I am the Erintainer, here to Erintain you. I hope you enjoy today's story because it is a doozy. I mean, look, we all know someone who is always late. Maybe that's you. You're always late to almost everything. I am sometimes late, but I also hate waiting on other people. I hate on waiting for other people to get ready. That's what grinds my gears. So today, we're going to talk about a groom who decided he needed to trick his parents into being on time for his wedding. So let's see how this all pans out. Am I the a-hole for tricking my parents into being on time for my wedding? My male 33 parents are late for everything, like everything. Both of my sisters and myself have been disappointed so many times. Graduation ceremonies, birthday parties, even my father's retirement dinner. It is completely my mother's fault. She's a wonderful mother and I love her dearly. She just does not understand the concept of punctuality. I have seen her talking to her sister on the phone and reminded her she needed to be at my baby and sister's dance recital. She waved me off and arrived after my sister had danced. Oh my gosh, yeah, this would be really annoying. We're all used to it. My dad is just done trying to get her to be on time for everything. My now wife, female 28, told me in no uncertain terms that if my mother was late for our wedding, she would do terrible things to me. She was only half joking, but she was a witness to my mom and dad arriving halfway through my cousin's quinceañera. So here is what I did. It's completely on me. My wife was not involved. If there is a dick move, it was completely mine. When we were getting samples for the wedding, I talked to the printer and had one special invitation printed with the time on it stating being 1 hour earlier than the actual start time of the ceremony. That's smart. That's smart. We're probably going to do that with our wedding and tell everyone to be at least a half hour early because we're not taking no risks. My mother was beside herself apparently when they left the house and thought they were going to miss the wedding since she was part of it with her and my mother-in-law lighting the candles we would use to light the unity candle and stuff. When she arrived and noticed other people were also just arriving and parking, she was so relieved that we were starting late that she just went with it. The ceremony went off beautifully, and so did the wedding pictures and the reception. Well, honestly, if she was I'm so sorry. I get you're late for dinner, you're late for a movie, you're late to meet up for coffee, but if you're late for your child's wedding that you are in, like, lady, get your priorities together, because she would have been late. This is clear evidence. Thank God you told her an earlier time because she would have been late. The problem came last Sunday. My parents came over for a big family dinner and we didn't bother starting the grill until they showed up. She asked why everyone wasn't eating and we just said we knew we would be waiting for them since they were always late. She said that she was not always late and had been on time for my wedding. She hadn't been. They arrived 45 minutes after the time on their invitation. That is unreal. My idiot cousin John, real name because it's common and he deserves people to know that he's adult, snorted at her statement. A few other people giggled or smiled at this and she picked up and asked what was so funny. I came clean and told her about the special invitation. She is pissed at me for not trusting her and making her look foolish in front of everyone. Huh? You didn't make her look foolish. She was 45 minutes late to the fake ceremony time. How late would she have been for the real ceremony? You told her that the ceremony was an hour before the real ceremony, and she showed up at the time that most guests would typically arrive to anything, 15 minutes before it started. And she wants a pat on the back.
I wasn't late to your wedding.
Well, that's because I told you it started an hour beforehand, and guess what? You still would have missed it. What? You were actually kind of close to missing the real time. Like 45 minutes late to a wedding ceremony, you would be halfway through the reception at my wedding. Like, we're keeping that ceremony short.
Dang!
Edit. Part of the reason she's mad is because she'd already had her invitation framed. To be honest, I was already planning a heist with my sisters to replace it with the real one in case she ever noticed the discrepancy between hers and the one we have framed in our home. Edit number 2. Yeah, we are Latinos. And no, I do not in any way consider it racist. How many of you guessed that? Wait, what? I never would have guessed that. I've been to Spain and it's an issue there too, and the Philippines. Basically anywhere those guys were in charge. What? That feels racist. I don't know. Edit 3. Stop defending John. He and I have spent 30 years messing with each other. I have an Am I the A-hole story that ends with me getting an offensive tattoo, $5,000 for the removal, and him getting a body cavity search at the Mexican border. I would post it, but it happened like 10 years ago. Yeah, no, you're not the a-hole. She was almost late for the real ceremony that you had to lie to her about to get her there. I've had people like this in my life where you literally, there's someone I know, I literally have to give them a 2-hour leeway. 2 hours to make sure that they get there on time because they are so often an hour and a half late. It is so rude to people too because it shows that you can't value their event or their time at all because you want to like get ready or whatever the hell it is you have to do. I find it so rude. Like if you know you take a certain amount of time to get ready, then give yourself that amount of time to get ready or show up half ready. It is so disrespectful to the other people who are meeting up with you or have a life event. It's so rude. It's so rude. I've ended friendships over having to wait for bitches. Like I cannot stand it. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. Okay. Calm down, Erin. Calm down. Let's see what other people thought. Not the a-hole. How can she complain? If you had sent an invite with the real time, she would have been 45 minutes late. She should appreciate the fact that you wanted her to be there enough that you took the time to make her a special invite to ensure she arrived on time. Yep. Not the a-hole. She's embarrassed because she has a problem showing up on time and you proved it. Yeah, in front of everybody, mind you. Especially when she's like, I wasn't late to your wedding. Yeah, bitch, because I told you it was an hour before it started and you would have missed it. What? Just keep repeating that she was 45 minutes late. Flat out tell her that had you not lied to her, she would have missed your wedding. And that not only will you never apologize for doing what you did, you want an apology from her for being 45 minutes late in the first place. Yeah, I agree. We have an update. We have an update. I have not read this yet. I don't know what's about to happen. Could everything blow up? Could this mother disown this son? Let's see what happens. My parents have been embarrassed for 2 years now because of how I tricked them into being on time for my wedding. It was 2 years ago. Please get over it. Please get over it. Maybe start being on time. You mother effers. Stop. Like, why are you this is so stupid.
My son he tricked me into being on time for the wedding, and I would have totally missed the entire ceremony had he not tricked me.
Give me a break, lady. You're mad at that. I'd be like, bye. Out of my life. Out of my life. Estranged parent. Pretty much every time I see them, they say I was a dick not to trust them. Every time, please let it go. Like, you've got to let it go. Our church is very busy and full of young people, so lots of weddings, to the point where there are 3 weddings every Saturday all summer long. 1 at 10, 1 at noon, and 1 at 3. Sometimes, but not often, there's also an evening wedding. My little sister just got married. She snagged the noon slot. My mom got super involved in planning the wedding to prove that I'm just an immature a-hole. She said that she would be on time and not miss anything. Side note, I personally hate when people clink glasses to get the bride and groom to kiss. At our wedding, people had to sing a song. My cousin John has no shame and sang like 10 times. I think people were bribing him with alcohol. I set up a betting pool for kisses depending on how late my parents were. Oh boy. It cost $10, and if you guessed within 5 minutes, you got a free pass to make my sister and husband kiss. Almost everyone bet on time because of the shit-stravaganza at my wedding. The correct answer was 35 minutes. Only me, my dick cousin John, and his sister Yvonne got free passes for the kissing, and I bet $100. I was confident. We raised almost $1,500 for the honeymoon with my stupid idea, and I got to interrupt my sisters from eating with my 10 passes. Win-win. Except for my mom, who thinks I did it to embarrass her. She literally helped plan the wedding and was still late by over half an hour. We were literally cleaning up the decorations in my sister's colors while the next wedding was decorating after us. So that's that. My mom will never change, but I've harnessed her inability to give a shit about punctuality for the good of humanity. See you whenever my littlest sister gets married. Later. Oh my God. How rude. So you missed your daughter's wedding because you can't admit that you have a that's just selfish behavior, in my opinion. That is effing selfish. I'd be like, you're not invited. Literally, don't come. If you can't make the ceremony and be on time, I don't want to fucking see you the whole day. What? What is wrong with you? That's your Zora. That is your Zara. That's your flesh and your blood. Can't let them down. Can you imagine how late she is for like her husband's business events or like work? Does she not have a job? Maybe she doesn't have a job. Maybe she never had a job, so she's just late. All the GD time. I could not. I couldn't. What do you guys think? Are you punctual? Are you punctual, babes? Or are you late all the time? Sorry to say it, but if you're late all the time, you should feel personally attacked by this video. Just kidding. I love you. Just don't be late. Just don't be late. Okay? Promise? Pinky squares? Pinky squares? Anyways, guys, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for supporting this channel and for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you in my next video very, very soon. La, 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 la. Sorry, guys. I'm just in a sing-song mood today. I hope you have a great, great, great rest of your week. And I will see you in my next video very soon. Bye.